Prudential Plc, a leading share registration and business support solutions provider, opened its reconstructed head office building on Tuesday, December 12, 2023, to drive efficiency in its operations and align with the 21st century realities. The event brought together board members, clients, and partners. Giving her remarks, the chairman of the board of Africa Prudential Plc, Mrs. Eniola Fadayomi, described the reconstructed head office building as an edifice that creates an enhanced ambience for productivity using cleaner fuel power and is designed for customer fulfillment and improved stakeholder engagement.
Seeking to bring the business closer to the location of its shareholders and customers. The company has now taken a second step of ensuring that services are offered in a conducive atmosphere for the delight and comfort of stakeholders, shareholders, and all our customers. This newly reconstructed head office building of the company, for which we are all gathered here, is designed to enhance the ambience of the work environment, not only of the employees, but also for the sustainable growth of the company, and to meet the needs of the stakeholders and climate change mitigation. Also, the nature of our work now has moved from purely registrar business to one in which embraces technology and is driven by technology. So the building is a built for purpose building and designed to meet exactly the job description of various management and for the customer's goal.
The event's highlight was the ceremonial ribbon cutting of the new look of the head office building by the board chairman.
Therefore, on behalf of the board and management of Africa Prudential Plc, we're just happy to receive you, and to the glory of God, the people of Nigeria, and on behalf of my colleagues on the board of directors, we hereby cut this open for business.
It featured a tour of the office facility, including exquisite meeting rooms, state-of-the-art electronic installations, and ambience that encourages creativity and a green room for leisure.
I'd like to introduce our head of pre-sales, Osaho Elaiho, and the acting CTO, Tony, who will take us through this floor. Tony and Osaho.
Okay, good morning, Chairman and distinguished board of directors. You are welcome once again. So on this floor, this is the huddle area where you can have quick meetings and stand-ups where people just have one-on-one sessions. This is the general staff sitting area where people come and walk their workstations. Okay, and moving on, we have the meeting room on this floor. And we can just take a peek and see inside. Yes, very nice, thank you. Okay, so moving on, we have the one area and the phone booths at this corner. You have where people can have just a photo wall at the back and a phone booth where people make quick calls, and also something similar as well.
The MD and CEO of Afriland Properties PLC, Uzo Oshogwe, the reconstructed head office building developer, provided insight into the edifice's designs, concepts, and uniqueness.
How does this align with clean energy? What we do in Afriland is that we try as much as possible to incorporate green features in the building. Apart from us being a responsible company, we also ensure that in everything that we do, we try and make sure that our construction contributes to eliminating the carbon footprint. As you know, real estate contributes quite a high percentage. So what we tend to do is that we ensure that things like the water. We have soft and hard flushes in the toilets, and then also lighting. So if the place is idle for a while, the lights goes off. And then we also ensure that we also encourage our clients to embrace recycling as well. So they ensure that the plastics are recycled. So what we tend to do in Afriland is that we're going to introduce these features in every development that we actually put in place. Apart from the environmental aspects of ESG, we also look at governance. We also look at the sustainability of the areas around where we actually develop our properties to ensure that we leave the environment better than we met it. So what we do also in our construction, where we actually develop, we ensure that we try and engage local labor. So that means getting the local people involved, ensuring that a percentage of our staff, especially the artisans, are actually employed around that area. So those are the kind of things that we do in all the developments that we actually get involved in.
Board Chairman Mrs. Eniola Fadayomi shared how the new look of Africa Prudential Plc will improve the company's operations and overall brand experience.
Started the registrar business under UBA as UBA registrars, and then a new company was formed out of that, Africa Prudential Plc, quoted on the stock exchange, and with thousands of shareholders, responsible to thousands of shareholders on the stock exchange. And as the business expanded, we moved to Ikorodu Road so that our customers, because in a way we are retail, we deal retail, and we have customers who come here, they want to check their dividends and all of that. So we were doing that business, and then we realized even coming to Ikorodu Road, which helped a lot of people because it was on the mainland, even that, it still was a big stress and strain on people coming. So we now, as a company that realized that we needed to respond to the needs of our people, we now continue doing the same thing but being driven by technology. And what do I mean by that? The same information they require, we now use technology to provide them with that information without having to come to our office, without them having to leave their home and come to our office. So this building is now a built for purpose building, and it meets the needs of our customers in that we have got the right infrastructure, we have the right appliances and tools correctly positioned in the building, and the spacing, all of that properly done so that we are in a position to continuously give out information on services. We are able to provide documentation online, and perhaps you can also appreciate as a news media, the kind of equipment that we use now is more geared towards a technology-driven company.
For Mr. Obong Idion, the Managing Director, and Bukola James Cole, Head Capital Markets, the transformed building keys into Africa Prudential PLC's long-term vision of expansion within the Nigerian market.
Thank you very much, Otto. And we're in the capital market. We're listed 258,000 shareholders. We also have a lot of other partners and stakeholders. And so, always we have to constantly innovate and constantly evolve. And, and just looking at creating the right environment, creating the right system, bringing up sustainability practices across everything we do is very, very key to sustain that growth and development. We're in a very, very tough market, and for us, thinking out of the box, bringing in a lot of design thinking principles to what we do, whether it is the place we work, whether it's the space, whether it's the kind of service we deliver, whether it's the kind of business model we drive, where we just make sure that at every point in time we're looking at what new, what next, what is the environment telling us, how do we need to pivot, and what do we need to add to just always constantly create value for all those stakeholders.
Well, the grand opening of the Africa Prudential Place would solidify our ambition, to achieve that number one target that we have, placed and projected for ourselves. It just gives us opportunity to create much more visibility in terms of what we anticipate. We're using this opportunity also to launch quite a number of our things. We have our AI, bots and technology, artificial intelligence, which we have launched to interact with our WhatsApp channel. So even when we go to sleep, the AI interactive channel is working. So we're using this opportunity to become very visible in the market, to make the market know that Africa Prudential is here and here to stay and here to revolutionize the capital market industry in terms of data management and share registrar operations. We have, to a very significant extent, optimized our business processes. We have enhanced value creation for our clients with several insights and data analytics, which our clients are excited about. What we did on that line is to ensure that we got insights from exchanges to help our clients see how they fare within their competitors, help them have information about new buys and new sales, onboarding to their register base so that they can take decisions where needed be. Also help to segment their different customer base so that they can be targeted appropriately in terms of product offerings and a lot of other initiatives. Another thing that I know we have done so well is we've collaborated with our data team internally here to set up, seamless dashboards. So when you want to retrieve or generate information or reports, it's at the point of a button, because we don't have to go through any journey. All we need to do is to go to dashboards that we've already created, to come up with it. So we're constantly looking for ways to enhance, to improve, several processes, and where the most important for us is even partnerships with several market operators, where we can now co-sell, cross-sell, and achieve a win-win situation. One thing that I know we have also started doing is bringing financial literacy to the tips of every masses. Every mass on the planet or on the nation. A lot of us, you have some unbanked people. A lot of us in Nigeria do not even understand this thing called investment. So we're also partnering with people like NJX and other regulators and capital market operators to bring financial inclusion, financial literacy, to their fingertips. Since the current regime, we saw increase in the market activities. Prices, range high, everybody. So it's now becoming a safe place to invest, albeit with indices and proper projection. So I don't think it'll be like the years of 2008 where you had a market break or fall. Yeah, we're looking at robust companies that are well regulated and well compliant in terms of regulation, and their books even says it with the kind of results that they post. So those kind of things we want to be very much involved, so that Africa Prudential is associated with positive news and great things happening within the nation and possibly global.
The reconstruction of the head office building with an ambience, feature, and feel that aligns with green, sustainable measures is a welcome development. It allows Africa Prudential Plc to consolidate its position as a leader in the share registration and business solution service in Nigeria and across the regional market.